Welcome to Phi Academy. Today we are going to have a look at averages. So these are your mean, median, mode and the range. The first question asks you to work out what is the mean, median, mode and the range of the following numbers. So these are your numbers. So let's start with the mean. To work out the mean, you will have to add all the numbers together and then divide by how many numbers there are. Let us now add up all the numbers. So we have 10, add 5, add 8, add 10, add 7 and divide throughout by the total numbers there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 numbers, so dividing by 5. So if I add all of them up, I would get an answer of 40 divided by 5, which gives us an answer of 8. So that is our mean. Looking at the median. Median is nothing but the middle number. So we will have to, before we proceed, put them in order. So we have our 5, which is the smallest, and then followed by 7. Followed by 8 and then 2 tens. So to work out the middle value, what we can do is start from the ends and count inwards. So 5 and 10, 7 and 10, and we will then end up with one middle value, which is nothing but our median, and the answer is again 8. Moving on to mode. Mode is the most repeated value. So in our case, so which is the most repeated in our data? So we have 1 5, 1 7, 1 8, but 2 number 10s. So therefore our mode is going to be 10. So can you see that the mean, median and mode, they don't have to be the same numbers. They can be different numbers. Finally, the range. The range is nothing but the highest value in our data, take away the lowest value, which is again highest being 10. So we can have a look at our median where we arranged our numbers. It's easy to find our highest value there, which is 10. And then our lowest value, which is 5. So 10 take away 5. So our range is equal to 5. So let's move on to more complicated and real life questions. So for example, the temperatures in degree Fahrenheit recorded in Athens for 10 continuous days is as follows. Let's work out the mean. So remember, mean is where you add all the numbers together and divide it by how many there are. Yes. So let's add up all our numbers, which is 50, add 50, add 54, add 57, add 54, add 56, 54, 51, 54 and 51. And we know that these are the temperatures recorded for 10 continuous days. So we have to divide throughout by 10. When we add all of them up, we get 531, then dividing by 10, which gives us a mean of 53.1 degrees. Going on to median. Remember, median is our middle value when the data is in order. So we have to sort it from smallest to biggest. So let's start with the smallest number. One way of doing is, as soon as you write it, we can tick them off. So we have 2 50s. Then we have 2 51s. And then we have 4 54s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's write that down. 4 54s. Finally, we have a 56 and a 57. Now that we have the data in order, we can start from the end and work out our middle one. So 50 and 56, 51 and 54, 51 and again another 54, and then we end up with two middle values. This is where we can take the average or the mean of these two, which is 54, add 54, divide by 2, which is another 54. So that will give us our median. So our mode is nothing but the most repeated value, and quite obviously when we were sorting them out, we knew that there were 4 54s. No other number were repeated more often than that. So our mode is equal to 54. Finally, the range, again looking at our sorted data, we know that the range is nothing but the highest value. Take away the lowest value, which in our case is going to be 57 here, and the lowest value being 50. So the answer is 7. I hope you now know how to work out the mean, median, mode and range. Have a go at these questions here. Pause the video, come back and check whether your answers are right. Hope you got all your answers correct. See you in the next video. Thank you.